Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan kitchen. I hope your Veganuary is going great. I have a video that I've been meaning to make for a while now. A lot of people ask about pressure cookers, and the truth is pressure cookers are probably one of the best inventions, the best old new invention that have ever been made. Back in the day, my mother-in-law had a pressure cooker, and hers was just on the stove. But now we have these wonderful electric models that are so much more versatile, but pretty much exactly the same as they were before, just electronic. So I got overwhelmed when I got my first pressure cooker because I saw this, and I didn't think that I would ever be able to figure out anything like that. So I'm going to make it a little bit less stressful for you today. If you're overwhelmed by your pressure cooker and all of the bells and whistles supposedly that are on there, I'm going to try and make you feel a little bit better today. But let's just talk about pressure cookers in general. They can do a lot of different things. Obviously, they can cook foods under pressure, hence the name. It's in the name, pressure cooker. But they can also be a slow cooker, which is nice because it's a very versatile appliance all in one small package on your counter. You can also use it as a rice cooker so that, you don't have to have a rice cooker, but I do, because a lot of the dishes that I make, I need a rice cooker at the same time that I need a pressure cooker. But if that's not your situation and you just need it, as a rice cooker occasionally, that's great. Or you can make your rice first and then do your other dish later on. The saute function is awesome. You can use it just like a fry pan to brown things that need to be browned before they need to go in the pressure cooker. Or maybe you're in an RV or something like that and you need a fry pan, you got it. You can also steam in here as well. So if you want to steam your vegetables, or if you want to, here's a steamer basket that goes with it. It's a little accessory. You can steam a cake in there as well. I got this bundt pan, and I made a few cakes in there, and they were very delicious. Not soggy like you would think they were or would be, but wonderful, moist, flavorful. They held together really well. I was really surprised. It's also a yogurt maker. You can put your yogurt right in the inner pot, or you can put it in a jar inside the inner pot, and you can make your own yogurt. Also a dough proofer on the yogurt setting. So very versatile, many different uses, and now they've even come out with a new lid for it, so that if you want to use it as an air fryer, it has an air fryer lid. That is really versatile. So let's get to the buttons. I actually forgot one of my favorite uses for the pressure cooker, and that is as a warmer. So if I'm going over to somebody's house and I'm bringing food, I can bring it right in the pressure cooker, set it up on their counter, and I don't even have to tie up their stove or oven or whatever to reheat my food. All I have to do is plug it in and it will reheat it. So that is pretty amazing too. Or if you're having a party and you're having soup or something like that, it will stay hot in there forever because you leave it in and on keep warm, and it's phenomenal. It's life-changing, outstanding, wonderful, never before seen, but it has been seen before because they used to have them. But this is the panel. Let's turn it on. Now, there's about 1 million different companies that make pressure cookers, but they're all basically about the same. So there's obviously the stop and the start. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have the keep warm. Most of the time you're going to be using the manual setting for pressure cooking, and you just put in, all right, I want high pressure and the cook time, and you're good to go. But then they have to try and confuse us with all of these other situations presets here. Yeah. So like, I understand yogurt. Yes, you put the yogurt in there and you press the yogurt button. And all this really is is it keeps the inside to like 100 and I think it's like 150 degrees or something like that. So that is also for the dough proof, the yogurt setting. The saute and brown setting, same thing. It turns it into a fry pan. The bake one, obviously for the cake. The reheat one, obviously, but then you get confused and you're like, well, is it reheat or is it keep warm? Right? But I'll explain that right now. Keep warm is to keep the constant temperature of the dish that you just cooked. But reheat, you're going from cold and it will gradually reheat. Hot pot is basically a slow cooker, but they have it right by slow cooker, so like it's kind of the same thing. I guess they just want to cover all their bases. They have a preset for brown rice and white rice. Never use those. I never use those. I always just basically go with the pressure setting. And then multigrain. I mean, these things are really unnecessary. They should really take those off because that's just ridiculous. And then steam. And soup. I mean, soup is basically you either doing it a slow cook or you doing it a pressure cook. So I think, hello pressure cooker people, if you could put less buttons on the pressure cooker, I think a lot more people would actually attempt to use a pressure cooker because they get so stressed out by the amount of buttons on here. So I hope they're listening. I hope they will simplify this a little bit because a lot of people do get intimidated. But I know that you're not going to get intimidated now. I see on here one that I forgot. Pasta boil. So you could fill this with water and use it to boil your pasta. Just like you would use any other, pot of water. You could noodles, pasta. You could boil potatoes in there, if you were making mashed potatoes. But you could also pressure cook your potatoes. So there's a lot of gray area here. There's a lot of overlap. So that's why I find it, annoying that they have all these presets because it's just very stressful. But yeah, I mean, if you break it down like that, I would say 80% of the time I use just the straight manual pressure cooker setting. And then possibly saute if I want to saute some onions before they're going in a soup or something like that. A soup that I would be making in here. If you're at a party, or like I said, if you have an RV, or maybe you're in a tiny house that doesn't have an oven, it's great for making the cake, that type of thing. But very versatile. I hope I helped you guys understand that this is just something that you really don't need to worry about. I hope I have simplified it so that you're not intimidated, because it really is a vegan's best friend. I mean, this, above all of my other kitchen equipment, this is the one thing that I could not live without.
Whoa.
I know. Just because it's so versatile, especially now with the air fryer top that they have out. All right, well, if you have any other questions about using your pressure cooker, I hope you leave them in the comments so that we can answer them to the best of our ability. And again, don't be intimidated by this. It's really a great, great appliance. Hope your Veganuary is going great, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and until then, much love.